All right, brother. Last but not least, um, the moment. That's what they named this event, the moment.
Haha.
So it was obviously Maidana's moment. What he did to Broner that night was fucking shocking as hell. I mean, nobody.
Not to me. Not to me. Not
Hey,
to me, because
hey,
I called that.
hey, you called it. Yeah, you called it. But he shocked the hell out of me. I mean, I wouldn't even really say me because I would have to say he shocked the majority of the world. And I mean, I'm telling you right now, nobody expected that.
Remember I said Broner could find his butt on that canvas.
Yeah, I remember.
Uh-huh, and that's what happened.
Yeah. So, now he's going up. Now Maidana is going up to against the Grandmaster,
Yep.
the granddaddy. So, what do you think of this fight overall, man? A lot of people's not talking about this fight.
I mean, in the beginning, initially, people were like, look, let's be happy that you didn't get Khan versus Mayweather, okay?
Yeah,
So put a sock in it, boxing world.
yeah,
This is the better fight. And Maidana deserves it, so it's not like he don't deserve the fight.
right.
And he's a legitimate threat to Mayweather. And if you don't think that Maidana is a threat to Mayweather, you tripping.
Really, I mean, yeah, he's a threat.
He can knock Mayweather on his ass. Mayweather does not have the strongest chin in the world, dog. He just has the best defense in the world. Because when he's been clocked on that chin, I mean, Shane Mosley wobbled him, dude. If Shane Mosley had one more minute of that aggression that he had, he could have gave Mayweather his first loss, or at least knocked him on his ass.
I would say knock him down.
Knock him down. At least got an A count at least.
Right.
Yeah, maybe maybe you're right. Maybe he would have knocked him down, and Mayweather would have, because he ran out of gas right after that,
Yeah, he gassed out way too quick.
and then he just got worked.
Yeah, he just got. I mean, Mayweather just took over after that.
But see, that's not going to be the case with Marcos, dude, because Marcos goes 12 rounds.
Yeah,
Okay, power punching, throwing from different angles, doesn't stop, comes at you. He's a smart boxer, and he has good technique. And you know what? It's like, okay, Mayweather just can't win fights by playing defense. You're gonna have to. What kind of offense can Mayweather be effective with against Marcos, in your opinion?
I mean, he's got all the tools though. He's got the straight right hand. He got the shoulder roll into the right uppercut. He could go to the body. I will say this though, man. The one thing I could say that about, first of all, I never missed a Marcos Maidana fight ever. Okay, and one thing I could say about Marcos Maidana though, that dude is all business in that ring, and he's proved that in every single fight. That dude don't play, man.
Mm-mm.
He saw that against Amir Khan. He fought Alexander. I mean, first of all, nobody's stopped him or ever knocked him out. His 3 losses came to very close decisions. He's got a high knockout ratio. But in my honest opinion, style-wise, I don't think it's really something. It's not really something new for Mayweather. I could say off the top of my head, like, wow, like I think, like off the bat, I'll just say this: I can't pick against Mayweather until I see somebody beat him. I mean, the dude's he's proven himself way too long. I think for anybody in that, in that order.
Yeah, you've had that, and I understand and respect that. That's a smart stance to take, because I've said that about him until somebody's beat Mayweather. I mean, he hasn't lost.
Yeah.
And the way he beat freaking Canelo Alvarez, man, I didn't expect him to whoop him like that.
Yeah.
He whooped his ass.
Yeah, he fucking beat the shit out of him.
Canelo, man, Canelo's undefeated up to that. And I mean, dude, I thought it was going to be a more competitive fight than that.
Yeah, I thought so too. Because remember, we were talking about that fight like a long time ago. I think even like in 2012 we were talking about that.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah,
thinking that would be the test for him, right?
We were like, man, I want to see Canelo getting there with Mayweather.
Right.
Yeah, so Mayweather fought him at the right time, apparently. And, beat the shit out of him.
I mean, what do you think about Canelo's last fight?
And versus Angulo, I actually did a video on it. I thought, for the most part, I thought he schooled Angulo. I'm not gonna lie. He schooled him. I don't know what was up with Angulo wasn't letting his hands go, but I think that once he got hit, I think he kind of had too much respect for Canelo's power. And that's what kind of, forced him to, stay in a shell a lot. So he didn't want to, come out that shell. As far as, that everybody talked about that controversial stoppage. I think, at that point, Angulo, I mean, even though one punch can change anything in a fight at any given time, I don't think Angulo had, much left. I don't remember what round they got stopped in. I think it was like the 9th round or something like that. But
he was outclassed in that fight. Yeah, man.
there was really nothing at that point really Angulo could have done. I mean, he hung in there. I give him that. The dude hung in there, but he took a lot of punishment. So I mean, Canelo did his thing. They're already talking about his next fight. He's negotiating it right now, actually, as we speak.
With who?
No names yet. It was just he's negotiating. I believe teaming up with Richard Schaefer and De La Hoya. Talking about his next fight. I want to see him get in there with Erislandy Lara next, but Lara is fighting Ishe Smith the night before the Mayweather Maidana fight on a Friday, which is kind of weird because I thought that was going to be on the undercard. Have you heard about the undercard on the Mayweather fight? The whole fight card?
Let me tell you something. I cannot stand Ishe Smith.
A lot of people can't.
I can't. Ever since the Contender, I couldn't stand that bald-headed clown.
I tell you, man, Lara's going to beat the shit out of him. Watch.
I hope he does.
You're going to beat the shit out. You're going to have him crying.
He is already, he's a whiny crybaby. He gets on my nerves.
You're going to have him crying from pain. Watch. Lara's no joke, man.
Hell no.
You're going to beat the shit out of him. Watch. But, I'm sorry, man. We got off topic a little bit.
It's all good. It's all good. It's boxing.
But this Mayweather Maidana fight, man. I've been going with Mayweather, man. Unanimous 12-round decision. I believe that Maidana is going to have some good moments. He might, tag Mayweather with a good shot here. And you know what? I'm really curious though. I'm really curious to see what strategy Robert Garcia is going to have, his trainer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious. I'm kind of a lot of people's not talking about that either though. So I'm really curious to see what kind of game plan, because he can't fight Broner. He can't fight Broner the same way against Mayweather. It's not going to work. He's going to have to change something, and that's where I'm kind of, curious to see what he's really going to do in there.
Mayweather's got power too. Mayweather was punching the shit out of Canelo Alvarez,
dude.
Hard. I was like, yo, that's the strongest I've seen Mayweather.
Dude, that was the best I ever seen him in shape. And look, he could have stopped Canelo in that one round where he literally backed Canelo up, and at the point where Canelo was so damn tired, it looked like he couldn't even punch no more. I thought Mayweather could have stopped him if he would have stepped on the gas, but I tell you who prevented that was Floyd Mayweather Sr. Floyd Mayweather Sr. I guarantee he was telling him, don't get careless with this dude. Do enough to win the fight. Don't get. He did enough to win the fight, in a very convincing fashion.
Oh, yeah.
But I felt Mayweather really could have stopped that dude, and that would have been fucking epic.
Oh yeah, he could have dropped him under the dude. Canelo just got outclassed. It was absurd, and for Canelo outclassing as many opponents as he has,
right?
It's just another notch, another golden notch on Mayweather's freaking trousers, man.
Now, what's your honest opinion on? Let's say if you could afford the fight, do you know the fight card?
I don't know the entire fight card. No, I don't.
Okay, some of these guys you might have never heard of, but I know Broner and Khan. I believe it's Broner versus I believe it's Carlos Molina or John Molina. Damn, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
You got Amir Khan versus Luis Collazo. Collazo just beat the shit out of Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz made a comeback, got his ass whipped. You got those two fights on the.
Victor Ortiz did get whooped, man.
Oh, you saw that? Yeah. So, and then it's J. Leon Love and versus Paraban. I think that's going to be a pretty good fight. J. Leon Love might lose this fight. I feel. I don't know if you know anything about the guy. He's on Mayweather's, TMT team, whatever.
I don't know about him too much.
Too much, okay. Yeah. So I believe that's going to be the first fight. But with all that being said, do you think it's a worthy fight to pay for if you think you could afford it?
Yeah. I will watch that fight for sure.
But would you pay for it though? Like, would you drop $75 or whatever the cost is nowadays? I forgot the cost. I believe it's like high def is like $70, $80 or some shit.
Well, I don't know.
Because if you want my answer,
I mean, look, the way that I do it is everybody pitches in. It ain't so bad.
Yeah.
Find everybody who's interested in it, and then everybody pitches in, and that's it. That's the best way to pay for it, man.
Yeah, but in my opinion, I don't think I'm gonna watch it. See, and there's nothing wrong with coming to a point and realizing where it's okay to watch a fight, but not pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my opinion, I'm not totally too impressed with the undercard, because what actually made that that Mayweather Canelo fight shine was that fucking dynamic fight between Matisse and Garcia.
Oh yeah.
But I was reading this Ring magazine today, and they were mentioning about the Mayweather versus Maidana fight, and now it's all about saying that Mayweather has to find marketable opponents. But they're what they're saying though too is that out of all his he has 3 more fights. There's not going to be another fighter that's going to break records other than Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
So they were talking about him, I believe that even like the promotion for the fight, I believe they did like 1 press tour. I think that 1 or 2 at the most. And I know that the Canelo Mayweather fight did like 11 press tours. So they've put less energy or less promotion into this fight. I don't know why. I don't know why they're not trying to push for that fight. I believe that they kind of know that a lot of the fans is not really too impressed with the fight. Some people like the fight. Some people think this will be Mayweather's. It will be a tough fight for him. In my opinion, I don't think it will be. But the one thing I can say about Maidana, though, he always brings it. And and he takes training serious, and so, man, to me, that's just really about it. You know what I'm saying? But Maidana, man, he has to establish a jab in this fight. I hope he does that. Don't just try to keep swinging punches on this guy and get him with 1 shot. You really got to establish his jab.
Yeah, if he's throwing those wide hooks and whatever.
Yeah, Mayweather's reflexes are too good for that.
Oh yeah, all you got to do is shut up and move, and he knows how to counter very well.
Right. So, it's like what I said earlier, man. I'm really curious to see what Robert Garcia, his strategy is going to be, and how they're going to approach the fight. So what's your prediction right now?
Well, Carlos Maidana has a high boxing IQ too. He's an intelligent fighter. He's not just some dumb brawler. You know what I mean? And the way he picked apart Broner. Broner has a lot of skills. He has obviously he had holes in his game, and also his arrogance caught up with him, and he paid for it, man.
Yeah.
Boy, did he pay for it. And I don't feel sorry for Adrian Broner because he's been such a reprehensible character.
Right.
But I do think that beating he took humbled him somewhat.
Yeah, it did.
But as far as, look, I'm look.